This is Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Now that this man has encountered the light and it is on the side of Donald Trump, the president hated by almost all so-called Democrats in USA, he too should be very careful and not let himself too loose and free in his daily living. Apart from working with Trump, you should never forget the kind of special brain the Lord has given to him, that of one of the greatest geniuses in the world. And the darkness just can't stand the heat of a great scientist like this one working for the light and with men of the light like Donald Trump. So if they must hate Trump, then he is maybe even 60 times as much in the future. So I'm talking about the future. Even if this man drops dead today because the new mate enemies he has automatically acquired for himself ever since he joined Trump's side, his body, even though lifeless, will be missing for many from the darkness, desperately needs that special brain he operates with, which God has given to him in this generation in his reincarnate form. That man is a reincarnate. Elon Musk is a reincarnate. Elon Musk, he has existed before. So the Lord just reincarnated. There are some people who are being reincarnated to complete a particular task. There are some people who are being reincarnated to complete a particular task or to finish their own task which they didn't finish when they came to this world at first. If you guys can remember the prophecy I gave more than a year ago or two, that the likes of Einstein is the greatest scientist until today, is still the greatest because there are some equations he wrote that no one has been able to really analyze and download them so as to use them for the edification and comfort of humankind. So if you guys can remember the prophecy I gave more than a year ago or two, that the likes of Einstein who never completed their mission as scientists sent to Earth, the Lord has already sent them back into this world in their reincarnate form, like he did with Elijah, sending him back as John the Baptist to prepare the way for Jesus. Any Christian who has been doubting this, it is Jesus who said it himself verbatim. When you go to Matthew chapter 11 and the very Matthew 17, from verse 10 to 13, you will see very clear in these two different scriptures that Jesus is the one who is saying it verbatim, that John the Baptist is Elijah who first came. So as the Lord sent back some of those special scientists who existed in those days, so that their reincarnate form can work with Trump now that he is mid president again, so that the world should be a far much more better place for both humanity and mankind. Not the scientists who work for the darkness just to propagate and spread viruses that only breed sicknesses, diseases, untimely death, no economy, and hunger and strife amidst humanity. I thank God that this prophecy is being realized and made come to flesh, come to pass, come to accomplishment, and in reality today. Elon Musk is just one of them. More shall join Trump's administration as the years go by. But rest assured, Einstein in his reincarnate form shall be one of them, and he shall be able to finish the works he left unfinished and undone, with respect to those remaining equations in physics that has to be analyzed and put into use for the edification and comfort of man. So now is that time. This generation is that time to analyze some of those equations. I don't know what that has to do, how that has to do with relativity or whatsoever. I think I dropped physics more than 10 to 12 years today. But I think scientists will understand better what I'm saying. But all in all, Elon Musk should take precaution and not let himself that loose to every personality and in all places he goes or finds himself. He should know that ever since he joined Trump, every step he makes is being critically and carefully watched for him to make a mistake so that they get him and even kill him in the process, taking away his body for cloning into another unknown being that has never existed before, who shall make use of that special brain of his, but in a very bad light, evil and bizarre, that's what the darkness wants. Those so-called wealthiest men in the world who are occultists, but use business empires to cover their darkness. It is not all, it is some few, and they are mostly white, are busy watching his every move from afar. They should at least take note of this. Most of these men are white, not blacks. So therefore, the Father is giving me another task now to pray for Elon Musk and his family, like I've been doing every day till now for Donald Trump and his own family. Elon Musk should be very careful. He should be prayerful because now that he has joined Trump, they can even use some family members to try to bring down his spirit. He should be careful. I remember last week on a certain day while praying for Trump and his family, a demon came close to my ear and whispered in a small voice to me, "Are you not tired of praying for Donald Trump?" Okay. It only applies that the prayers are stopping them and their evil tactics into seeing how they can use anything and any given opportunity to stop Trump from ascending as president, even if it means killing him at this hour. So even though Trump has won the race, it is not over for these guys. For the darkness know the unprecedented light that is about to shine into all of USA, the body of Christ, and the world at large. Immediately, this man takes over power. When you see and hear a prophet keep repeating prophecies and involving a particular politician, prophets are not politicians. When you see this happening, you join the prophet in prayer concerning that politician, either for him to stay alive and fulfill the positive prophecy or to die so that he shouldn't fulfill the negative prophecy. But that of Trump, the Lord has brought him to fulfill so many positive prophecies for this generation. Because we should just pray. For because of this man, Trump, many presidents, especially from Europe, shall adjust certain laws and bills that governs their nations and cities in particular, from the darkness into the light, so as to meet up with him and gain his favor. And with all this, I remember when some European countries came to realize that Trump is one of the candidates for the presidential election. I see some European countries trying to adjust some of their rules, trying to adjust some of their bills, trying to adjust some of their laws when it comes to business. You know that Donald Trump is a man that when you come on table, you should bring something reasonable. You should bring something that will not only help you maximize money, but you should bring something that should help humanity to gain from, whether it is in the world of business, it's in the world of politics, because the man reasons. You see him during the day, he seems he looks older than how he should be with all the money he has. You see him breathing so strong because he spent late night hours thinking. Those are great thinkers. What should be done? What should be done for USA? What should be done for my business? How should I grow USA? How should I make the life of people better? So they know that when it comes to Trump, if you are coming to Trump on the table, bring something reasonable. And with all this, above all else, the Lord to be pleased from his throne. Okay.